local, live. Now from Central Oregon's news leader, this is KTVZ News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Isabella Warren. Lee is off tonight. New tonight at 6, dramatic video shows unattended fires in the forest just outside of Sisters. These videos sent to KTVZ News today show several fires near a homeless camp less than a mile west of Sisters High School. The person who filmed these videos did report it to 911 right away. They also tried to find the person staying at the camp next to the fires, but they were nowhere to be found. It appears that someone was trying to burn the remains of an RV or camper that had been taken apart, with most of the piles being metal, glass, and wires. The people who reported the fires spoke to KTVZ, but wanted to remain anonymous, as they say they've received online threats for posting the videos.
It's not about the people camping out here, it's more about keeping things picked up so that it doesn't become a fire risk.
But fires like we encountered here over the last few days, if this was 60 days down the calendar, could have easily blown up into something much more substantial.
Law enforcement and the Forest Service were out at the site today. The Forest Service sent one water engine out to soak the area to make sure it was entirely out. Deschutes County Sheriff located the person staying at the camp and issued them a citation. Ben Fire and Rescue went to a report of a vehicle fire near Juniper Ridge today, also known as Dirt World. According to Ben Fire, when firemen arrived, they saw a vehicle completely in flames. They say the fire was quickly spreading to nearby vegetation. Luckily, firemen were able to extinguish the blaze. One person was taken to St. Charles Bend. After investigating, Ben Fire say the cause was a candle inside the car. The total damages are estimated at $8,000. Police say 7 people are dead after a pickup truck collided with a passenger van near Yellowstone National Park. Idaho State Police responded to the scene Thursday night. They say the van was carrying a tour group and it caught fire after the crash. 6 people on the van were killed. The truck driver also died. Authorities have not released the names of the victims. The cause of the crash is under investigation. Turning now to weather, here's a live look from the top of Aubrey Butte today. You can see those clouds blanketed across the high desert. We're joined now by Chief Meteorologist John Carroll. John, these clouds are bringing some stormy conditions with them. Could we see some storms this weekend?
Well, I think the stormy weather is going to be over by about 10, 11 o'clock tonight, but we are hearing the rumble of thunder through Bend. We can hear it right now outside the studios. And here is a look from the ODOT camera there at the it is the Department of Motor Vehicles. Now, I want to go back and show you a time lapse of how all this happened. Look at how that moisture came creeping in. Look at how the clouds lowered, thickened. You could see the rain shower activity off to the south and then moving toward the Pilot Butte area. And as we got into the latter portion of this loop, what we're noticing is that we're more of a showery scene and, than a stormy scene. But you can also notice here, as we are seeing these showers and storms fire up right there around the Bend area. You can see eastern portions of Bend is seeing that lightning. It's also seeing the lightning right there in the eastern sections of Bend. So overall, we are going to be seeing this continue probably for about another hour or so before this exits up through to the north. We do have what we refer to as the local alert weather day, and that is for the isolated thunderstorms. This is for tonight into Saturday. Moderate rain at times, could be moderate to heavy at times near the storms, minor flooding and mountain snow. That's the local alert weather day. So let's track this and time it for you as we move forward through the night. By 10 o'clock, the cluster of these storms should be heading into the Jefferson County area, and then we'll be continuing up into the north. But another batch comes in early in the day Saturday, and that could give us some widespread rain along 97 that could lead to some minor flooding. I'll talk about that coming up.
Thank you, John, and remember to download the KTVZ Local Alert Weather app. It's free in both the Apple and Google Play stores. Just search KTVZ. Over 130 people working just south of Lapine will have to find a new place to work. We learned today the Geldwin Manufacturing Factory in Chiloquin will be shutting down. KTVZ News obtained this notice sent to its 128 workers saying they would all be laid off. The Chiloquin factory, located 2 hours south of us, makes custom doors and frames. It's been one of the few sources of good-paying jobs in the rural area. Jeld-Wen actually started in Klamath Falls over 60 years ago, but quietly moved its headquarters to North Carolina a decade ago. Their operations in Klamath Falls will not be affected by these layoffs. A spokeswoman, Katie Licken, said the move was necessary to, quote, position Jeld-Wen for long-term success. When pressed over the phone to explain what that means, she declined. She would also not comment on how well the factory was doing financially. The vast majority of the employees' last day will be June 30th. Today, a court date's been set for a man who was zip-tied and arrested at the Amtrak station in Chemult. Authorities say he stabbed another passenger in the face and threatened others with scissors. The incident happened Wednesday night on an Amtrak heading for Chemult. Sheriff deputies say Peter Scott Harrison, a 67-year-old man from California, stabbed another passenger in the face with a pocket knife. The passenger luckily only had minor injuries. Once Harrison threatened others with scissors, another passenger pepper sprayed him. Amtrak staff then zip-tied him. Once the train arrived in Chemult, he was officially arrested. Today, we've learned a court date's been set for Harrison on June 18th. He faces 4 felony charges and 3 misdemeanors. He's being held without bail in Klamath County Jail. A late-night drug raid near Lapine resulted in over 50 pounds of illegal marijuana being seized and a man facing 3 felonies. The Central Oregon Drug Enforcement Team, or CODE, raided a home on the 17,000 block of Kasserman Drive right near Lapine. CODE says they found an illegal marijuana grow. And just take a look at how much was seized. You can see over 50 pounds seized, stuffing garbage bags to the brim. CODE also took over 50 plants and distributing items like a scale and packing materials. The 37-year-old man now faces 3 felonies. Coming up on KTVZ News at 6, it's that time of year for the most exciting 2 minutes in sports, the Kentucky Derby. Why the Trump administration's tariffs could make this year's Derby a little different.
And I'm continuing to track this cell that is just to the east of Bend. It's moving north at about 30 miles an hour. That brings it up into the Redmond area by about 6:30. Opal City at 6:53.
And coming up next, an update on the dogs removed from a Lapine man's home after video surfaced of abuse. The good news as the pups begin their road to recovery. You're watching KTVZ News at 6.